Hi, I'm Stuart and welcome to SIRENNET Television. I've pulled into the facility of Starker, the classic upfitters over here in Newberg, Oregon, to check out the building of a 2015 Tahoe. The vehicle itself is going to be used as a Canine vehicle. So we're going to go inside the shop right now and see what the boys are up to. Let's go do it now.
That makes more sense now.
Yeah, the ground is just going to go to the switch, and whichever way you flip the switch, that color will turn on. So guys, what are you connecting up?
Currently right now, we are hooking up these guys on either side to this switch that will then sit here so they can toggle between white and red lights on the back hatch.
So this is obviously the Canine unit you're working on.
Yep.
And right now, basically your configuration is to have taken all the interior out and running the cabling and setting up the components that are going to go inside. Now this is also going to get the actual Canine box.
Yeah, and right now I'm hooking up all the wires for the window drop and the alarm stuff for all the Canine and the door popper on the other side. Yeah.
Okay. And again, we'll go through that as you kind of get it in so that everybody gets a chance to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
So Devin, what are you mounting in?
I'm putting some Lindsay 6s down here in the fog light area. You can use them as bumper lights.
Now, would you make a bracket for this, or how are you going to mount them?
Yeah, I'll make a bracket on the back side, probably mount it with a plate or some screws, something like that.
So, Devin, on the front of this particular Tahoe, we've got obviously a 2015 over here, and the configuration is a little bit different in relation to the Setina push bumper that's going to get mounted. Earlier we saw that you had mounted some of the ions in the grille, and you'd mounted them a little bit lower down. It looks as if you've had to make some changes. What are the reasons for that?
Yeah, the upper mounting tab for the push bumper actually goes through right in that slot that I had one of the ions. So
okay, so just shows where. So basically, you had the ion.
I had it mounted right here,
right
next to the other one. But now that the tab goes through there, I'm just gonna move it right up into this upper tab right above it.
Now again, when you're doing new vehicles, obviously this comes around from time to time that you have to make adjustments because of the fact that the product that went in previous vehicles is different than the product that goes in the new ones.
Yeah, just a little change like that can kind of throw it off a little bit. So.
Right. So the push bumper is over here, and you'll be putting that on later today.
Yep.
You need a meter in that toolbox in the back. The electronics over. It runs. Like he drives it. But
So Austin, basically now you're just checking in the lighting that you just put into the vehicle?
Yes. Now that I've got it all mounted, just want to make sure it all still works.
Right. Well, that's always the case, right?
Yes.
So you've got the Vertexes mounted in here. Are they on a switch, or will they go on or off? Or when the tailgate goes down, they basically go off?
No. So these guys will be on in, what is it, Danny? Position 2? 1. Position 1, they get turned on. Otherwise, they're off.
They're off. Okay. All right. And they're controlled from the control head.
Correct. Yes.
All right. And you've also got the compartment lights mounted up inside the actual tailgate interior area here.
Correct. And these guys have a red function and a white.
Now again, the fluctuation which I'm seeing on the camera, which you may be seeing on the television, is all to do with the battery, of course. 'Cause
Correct.
It's not a clean
Correct,
supply,
yes.
so just letting everybody know. And then you've got the ions mounted inside the rear tailgate window, the rear window of the vehicle.
Correct.
Roughly about how long did it take you to put all this on?
Well, I actually started this morning, so about 2-3 hours to get it all wired through.
It's tough being a star, isn't it?
Hey, let me fix my hair.
So what do you got going?
I'm working on the rear passenger door, making a bracket for the door pop solenoid.
Okay. Now again, this is a Canine vehicle, and what will that bracket do? What's the plan behind it?
Well, it's gonna mount inside the door, back in here,
Okay.
and then that solenoid right there is gonna mount to it, and that's what's gonna pop the door open.
And the plate is really to act as a reinforcement.
Yeah, because the cable is gonna mount to this plate,
Right.
and the solenoid will also mount to the plate like this, mounted inside the door.
And that basically is that hydraulic or electronic?
It's just an electric.
The motor just pushes
solenoid.
it open.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, it's got a plunger inside.
Right. Running the cable through.
Hi, Stuart.
Hey, Danny.
Yep, I'm running cables.
That's great. Got the console box in, but obviously in the process of being wired up.
Mm-hmm.
They've got quite a bit of equipment, I know, going into this vehicle. They're putting cameras in as well.
Cameras too.
Camera system
Yeah.
too. That 5-camera system that they've done.
This one's only a 4-camera system.
4-camera system.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've taken the door panels off. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, they have to be. Nothing can be sticking out of the edge of the door here because there's going to be just a flat panel on here.
Right.
And we have to hook into the window switch so that they automatically roll down
Right.
if it gets too hot in the car.
Right.
And then that side has
The popper.
the door popper and all that.
Hey, do you have any getting the push bumper put on?
Oh yeah.
And you also made the adjustments up here in the grille and mounted additional lighting in space. Hey, Austin.
Yes, sir.
So you're putting the LED hideaways in the rear taillight area?
Correct. I will be taking the factory reverse light out, replacing it with one of the Canon lights. So then it'll flash blue through here, and because these guys have multiple functions,
Right.
we can actually use the steady white burn to replace the factory tail light or reverse light.
Great. So basically the wiring now is pretty much done. And what else are you going to be putting in?
Yeah, the wiring's pretty much done behind the panels. After Austin's done routing those ones across, we're gonna put the rest of the trim pieces in, and then we can start on our power distribution, which is gonna go behind the front seats here, between the seats and the dog cage. And then we can put the cage in.
Right. And you're planning to get that done during the day?
Yeah.
Okay. Austin, I think you dropped something.
I did.
Hazards of the job.
So Devin, working hard there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so basically you've got the Syncom
Yep.
and tied then in with your, what do we got here?
Circuit breaker, relay I'm gonna need, some 4-stud strip, and then a little power distribution there,
Right.
and a mounting plate.
And that's what we were working hard on over there. So where's that going to go?
I'll show you. It's gonna go right into the passenger seat here, right behind it. It's gonna just sit right down here.
And then the seat bolts will go left and right of that.
Seat's gonna go right here. It sets up on brackets, so everything when the seat moves back. Yeah.
And because of the amount of space inside this vehicle and so forth there, having different equipment put into different positions, so you will have to take the seat out if you need to service it.
Yeah. Typically we wouldn't normally probably put all this stuff behind the seats, but being a Canine unit,
That's what
yeah, and then also a box in the back.
Right.
This is where we're gonna have to go.
Okay. Hey, Austin.
Hi, Stuart.
So you're putting on the door panel here,
That is correct.
which is all part of the Canine kit. So Devin, you're continuing to do the wiring on the amplification and other components.
Yep, just on the passenger side there. We're ready to run the radio power cable now.
So guys, you've pretty much got it buttoned up,
Yep, pretty much.
and you are in the process of putting in the rear compartment area there, Devin.
Yeah.
All right, that's went well.
Yeah.
Okay, and then up the front, you buttoned up the console.
Yep, it's all buttoned up, and I'm just disabling the child lock switch so that the doors don't get locked in the rear
Okay,
accidentally.
and that again is to do with the Canon, of course.
Yeah, that's part of the instructions.
And then Devin, down the back here, you got the rear compartment box in place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the only thing we had to do was just secure it with some brackets on the side so that it stays still.
Right.
Other than that, it was easy install.
Well, I had a lot of fun over with the gang at StarCar putting the vehicle together, but like everything else in life, fun has to continue, and young Chris here is going to continue with the fun as we test out the 2015 Tahoe Canine unit. Chris, take it away.
Well, we've shown you the build of the Tahoe. The project's completed. We're going to take the SIRENNET camera crew out to a nice, fun, closed location, go over the equipment used on the Tahoe, give you a full tutorial so you, the viewer at home on SIRENNET television, can take a look and see the project that we've put together here for you. All clear to drive in? All clear. Well, now that we've had a chance to come to a stop out here away from the studio, join me. I'm going to take you for a tour around the Tahoe, give you a look firsthand at the lighting equipment that's been used to create this wonderful, nice, bright, effective warning package that you see flashing behind me. Affixed to the roof, a Liberty SX series LED light bar. It's a 48-inch length. And reason that a Liberty was used versus the current Liberty 2 series that you're used to seeing with us here on SIRENNET is that this light bar was actually something that we brought in and refreshed for the client. It served life previously on a different patrol vehicle. We brought it in, dressed it up, new lens kit, new mounting feet, readjusted the color configuration, mixing the reds and blues to the display you see here now, and with a fresh strap kit, specific for the 2015 body style, it was affixed nice and secure to the roof, as you see here. On the front end of the Tahoe, we have quite a buffet of equipment that's been installed. For protection, a Setina PB400 push bumper, PB5 series fender wraps. For protection, warning lights at an angle on the front bar and on the sides of the push bumper. SoundOff Tri-Color nForce lights have been used, red, blue, and white, wonderful for the angle for front end protection, and with the side units, works great for the vehicle when entering intersections for vital protection to the front of the vehicle. A pair of 100-watt siren speakers affixed to the push bumper as well, making the siren system nice and loud, easily heard when cruising through traffic down the highways and byways here in the Northwest. A headlight flasher has also been installed into the vehicle. It's an item that we have available from SoundOff Signal. Also, in the front grille, to accompany the nForce lights, we've used LED heads from Whelen Engineering. It happens to be their split color ions. And to help break up the footprint, 2 levels of the split ions have been installed. A nice bright display of red and blue lights broken up as far as the output footprint goes to make them nice and visible.
We're ready for the drone. Ready.
In addition to the lights in the front grille and the nForce on the push bumper, a set of Whelen Lindsay 6 LED light heads have also been installed into the lower portion on the front valance. Low-level lighting works quite effective, and also with them being at the width they are, driver and passenger side alike on the valance, it helps give a nice width profile to the Tahoe. On the mirrors, intersectors from SoundOff Signal installed on the driver mirror and the passenger side mirror as well. For the warning package in the rear side windows, dual color, dual module nForce fixtures from SoundOff been fashioned along the interior panel, creating a nice 2-color split bright footprint for warning system on the side. On the back of the Tahoe, a variety of different components have been used to create a very effective warning package. Components from Whelen, Feniex, and SoundOff alike make up multi-levels of the warning system. The top level installed on the interior of the rear window, an array of Whelen ions. In the taillight assembly, a flasher module from SoundOff Signal has been used for flashing the incandescent bulbs of the OEM brake and taillights. Inside, a Feniex Canon has been used in place of the OEM reverse light bulb. So what was actually done is the OEM reverse light bulbs were removed from the housing. Using that hole from Chevy for the original bulb, Feniex Canons were installed. They're actually a dual color product. For the warning system, blue, as you can see, flashing away here, synchronized nicely, works wonderful with the taillight flasher. For the reverse lights, the white function of the Canon, after all, it is a multi-mode programmable product, that's been set to steady burn and works in place of the reverse light. On the underbody of the Tahoe, from SoundOff Signal, a set of LED white rock lights have been mounted. They're hooked up to the flashing system, and the flashing is achieved through an auxiliary module that's been installed. They're also tied into the reverse light circuit. So when the Tahoe is shifted into reverse, in addition to the Feniex Canons coming on, the rock lights come on, steady burn of course, for a nice big wall of white light behind the Tahoe. Wonderful for backing up, be it in the city or if you're out in the suburbs, out on the trails, super rural in the middle of nowhere, you're gonna see everything behind you wonderfully nice and bright. Something that's been installed on the rear hatch for when it's lifted up is a set of dual color Vertexes from Whelen have been sunk into the rear hatch bottom. In the back of the Tahoe, illumination from the hatch was vital. To increase illumination, a pair of Whelen 3-inch LED compartment lights have been installed onto the hatch bottom. With a 3-way rocker switch, you can go ahead and adjust between the 2 colors. White, and with the flip of the switch the other direction, changes over to red. In the rear cargo area, a custom steel box array has been installed. Black powder coat finish keeps it nice and clean, increases durability as well. All the drawer compartments have independent locks, so you can easily keep your system nice and secured. For getting to the goods, easy enough. Go ahead, pop the lock, grab the handle, and slide out your compartment drawers, getting to whatever kind of equipment is in them that's needed. Well, it wouldn't be a Canine transport without the Canine cell. This unit here, specific built for the 2015 Tahoe, and it's a full cell incorporated unit. Wall back, wall front with a sliding door, polycarbonate windows, replacement door panels, window arrays as well, slide resistant floor. The system is also very beneficial in that it ties in for climate control, keeping the area cool, keeping the area warm as needed. It also offers additional features such as a remote door popper that will allow, with the push of a button, the door on the passenger side to swing open, easily allowing your four-legged counterpart to get out of the vehicle. Inside the Tahoe, a specific 2015 Gamber-Johnson console has been installed. Makes a wonderful home for the computer mount, heavy-duty slide arm as well, nice mounting for the in-vehicle radios, microphones alike. Whelen Syncom siren and lighting controller happens to be their Sapphire unit. And for day-to-day, storage pocket added on, dual cup holders, and a nice heavy-duty armrest. The control module for the Canine cell, the Hot and Pop Pro unit here, allows the operator to make adjustments to his Canine cell system. Also, the module displays temperature settings for the front and the rear compartment of the vehicle. It also regulates the battery voltage on the unit. So with that, you can make sure your main electrical system is functioning as normal. The Tahoe is also equipped with a special camera system. One on the front headliner, a second in the rear hatch, a third and fourth camera, driver's side and passenger side, and for the midship cameras, they've been installed with special cutouts in the window barriers on the Canine transport. Well, it's been a beautiful day here in the Northwest. Wonderful 2015 Canine Transport Tahoe. I've taken you for a look around the vehicle, showing you the final build, the lighting equipment, its layout, Canine system. You've seen details from Stuart on the build. We hope you enjoy the outcome available from us here at SIRENNET Television. I'm Chris. Thanks for joining me. Stuart, I'll see you back in the studio.
How come Chris always has the fun and I don't get it anymore? Oh well, I guess that goes with seniority here at SIRENNET Television. Chris and the gang, great work, fantastic filming from the camera crew and everybody else, including our new chopper drone pilot, Adam. Many thanks there, Adam. Nice work as well. And Derek, you'll see a lot of his still photographs over on Instagram and on Facebook as well. But of course, we must give a very big shout out to Danny, to Devon, to Ted, to Austin, to Doug, and undoubtedly the cats and the dogs that live over there at StarCar. Thanks for everybody over at StarCar in helping make this video come together correctly. We really appreciate it. I'm Stuart, and as always, thanks for watching SIRENNET Television.